Well, hello internets, it's Rob. Not as happy as I could be right now because I hold in my hand a Bell's Hopslam. First off, it's out of season for Hopslam, but this Bell's Hopslam is way, way, way out of season. It is from, and I'll take a shot and put it on the screen for you, but it's from 2019, well before the global pandemic. It's old, very old. Bells would tell you, and I gotta, get this out of the way, that this is not sanctioned or approved or suggested by Bell's Brewery, because they would tell you that, an IPA is best enjoyed fresh. They would furthermore say that a shelf life on a beer like this is about 90 days, and that's kind of getting long in the tooth. What's the story with this guy, you might ask? Well, it was kind of in the back of my beer refrigerator. You know it as the world famous beer refrigerator. And I didn't know it was back there, and I was kind of digging through. And I found this guy, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I, in my infinite wisdom, posed the question to you people, the internets. Should I drink it, or should I make it a drain pour? And you guys are kind. You guys are loving. I mean, you're just, such a big heart. Such a big heart that you people have, because 93% of you anyway, said, oh yeah, open it and drink it. And somebody else even added, yeah, and put it in a glass so we can see what it looks like. I don't see how this is going to turn out well at all. Just to give you an idea of what Hopslam is, if you don't know, it is a double India Pale Ale brewed with honey. I have to think that this is at the very least going to have some pretty heavy sediment in it, number one, and then secondly, that it is just going to be a malt bomb, a monster of malt. What am I doing now? You may be axing yourselves. There's a fair amount of sediment in this can when it's fresh. I have to think that down here there is a good amount, a thick sludge at the base of this. Thick sludge is no fun to drink. First off, I kind of have dry mouth because I'm a little bit nervous, which I think is fair. If this goes off the rails, if this goes off the track, which I think it possibly could, then I'll have this water to wash it down. Not endorsed or sanctioned by Bell's Brewery, but I do have a Bell's pint glass because you got to have something. And I'll hold it over so you can hear me open it. Whoa, okay. I am first surprised at the amount of carbonation that's in this big fella. Just pouring it in slowly to the pint glass. I was a little aggressive with it. I'm going to have to let it cool out for just a minute, but it's very golden. Normally it's a very fragrant beer, and it still does have kind of that Hopslam fragrance to it, but it's very muted, very dialed down. The idea, of course, on this is that the hops are, at least in my mind, going to have died away, and we'll have nothing but just kind of a big malt bomb. As far as the honey that's in this, I don't know what that will do. I can't, in my mind, think that it would be anything positive. But I just want to get this whole thing into the glass. And I feel pretty good that there's not a lot of sediment in there. And thanks to every one of you who voted in the poll, 7% kind of were concerned about me, for me. They said, no, don't drink it, it's a drain pour. But 93% of you people voted, yeah, drink it. We love you, Rob. As far as you know. Slowly. And there it is. There it is. I'm going to go on record first off as saying hey, the color looks great. It's a little bit cloudy, but I was anticipating quite a bit of sediment, and I don't see that. As far as carbonation, marginal at best. If we're going to talk about the head, it's kind of a creamy, off-white head. About a, what do we call that? About a finger. I don't know. Who cares about that at this point? I mean, it's 3 years old. Doesn't really matter. I guess the next step is to kind of get a sniff of it, take a nose, and see what we can divine from this glass of 3-year-old Bell's Hopslam. Okay, normally Hopslam would be much more in your face, much more fragrant. This is I would kind of describe it as watered down, but it's very muted. It's not at all what you would expect from the standard Hopslam that you buy when it is released in the first part of the year. Not sanctioned, not approved, not suggested to do this by Bell's. 90-day shelf life is kind of what they would tell you if you called the plant and asked them, and that's reasonable. Still has that great golden color. You ready? Let's go in for a taste. You 93% of you people should go in for a taste, and I could sit back here at my house. I wanted to have some kind of big response, like, but really not. I feel like that it kind of comes based on what I told you guys, that it was going to be just a malty, thick, malty bomb of beer and no hops. I don't get any hops at all. Let me taste the honey, sweetie. I don't know, there's an alcohol-y, I guess a nose to it or a smell to it. Doesn't feel good in my stomach, like, oh, this will be great later. I think the opposite is true. Oh, this will not be good later. Maybe some of you beer brainiacs out there know, but normally I'll look on here and see, but I think this is 10%. Normally this would be 10% ABV. 3 years old, I don't know what that does to the ABV, if it makes it more or if it makes it less, or if, the AVB just kind of hangs in there. I don't know. And this stuff is not cheap when you get it. So to have one that you crack open now and go, nothing, just a malty bomb of duty. Ugh. Let me get one more taste. I'm not going to drink the whole thing. I don't have to. I can do anything I want, and you people don't boss me. Little to no carbonation. It's bitter as a whore's heart. What would be my take? What would be my kind of 3x5 index card notes? Don't lose a Hopslam in your refrigerator, because you're going to lose a Hopslam. Second thing is, if you find one, don't be like me and propose to the internet that you can either drink it or not drink it and see what kind of vote they have, because the internet is rough. It's a tough room, man. And thirdly, I would say, if you do find one and you do open it, don't drink the whole thing. That's just dumb. No reason to do that. Whoa. Ow. Ugh. I'm not gonna throw up. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Oh God. Oh, I actually may throw up. Where's that water? Oh. So the bottom line is terrible. Terrible. If you lose one and you find it 3 years later, Get rid of it. It's the worst. That's all I can say. This may be the last RBT. It's quite possible that I will die after this. So, listen, you guys be well. You guys enjoy your lives, and I may, it's kind of doubtful, but I may see you later, okay? Late.